who is doing this recording? Okay, that's fine. It's okay. Thanks so much. I wasn't thinking of recording, but that's fine. Okay, now, from the meeting we've had with the leadership about 2 times now, the visionary officer, which is Mr. Gorka, has actually said expressly that he doesn't want to dwell in the past. Of course, we know we're a company that has been here for the past 3 years. We want to focus on the future of XERA, and we want to be more aggressive in taking XERA to become the #1 in the world. And if this is our focus, we can't keep dwelling on the past or negativity of the past and make the adequate progress that we must make. And because to this effect, then every one of us, all hands needs to be on deck, or every leader needs to live to it's our responsibility to take us to where we are going. And you can imagine we're having a meeting of leaders, African leaders, and you're having the honor of all that matters in our company to be present. That shows to you the heart of the leadership, how much actually they actually want us to do well as Africans, and even the company as a whole. And to this effect, also we were made to understand that in the nearest future, in a matter of weeks, there's going to be a whole lot of improvements in our back offices. We're going to see a whole lot of improvements, and also we found out that quite a number of our leaders have been having issue with the back office because of the level of sophistication, and that also has been addressed. That there is going to be simplified. Our back office is going to be simplified for our best use. So we also looking forward to a beautiful back office, maybe a little different from what we have now in terms of simplifying it. All right. So another point there. Of course, there's going to be a total transformation of the back office. I just said that, and the launching programs with the leaders. Of course, one of the things I also want us to discuss today is that even as Africans, as in Nigeria, to be specific, we need to launch XERA officially in our country. And, we need to open up the business to the markets. Those who have not heard, you have to understand that Nigeria, for example, has over 200 million people. Of all our leaders, for example, for me, I have over 20,000 people in my community, and other leaders have a couple of 10,000, 5,000. If you put all of us together, we might not be more than 100,000. And if that is the case, it simply means we have not even done 0.5% of our population. So that means there's still a whole lot of people that need to know about XERA. In Nigeria, to be specific, and Africa in general. And another thing that I also want us to discuss tonight is event promotion. We find out also most times leaders are not very aggressive when it comes to promoting events. For example, we have an event coming in July. How many of us are discussing about this event, are talking about it within our leaders, or within our community, or within our team? This also must be taken very, very serious. And of course, July is not far, just exactly less than 2 months. Less than 2 months, we'll be having this event. And we've also been told they're going to have a whole lot of things that will be unveiled to us from that event. So we're looking forward to it. And we want our leaders to participate in it. I've already gotten my ticket. I got my ticket yesterday. No, I'll be during the weekend. So I got the endorsement, they received it. I've gotten my event ticket already. So, so in case you've not gotten your ticket, get ready to get a ticket. And of course, we also have promo on that ticket. So leaders can come together, put their teams together, and get the promo bonus for that event ticket. The last meeting I had with the leadership, I also suggested that because I noticed trying to purchase the event ticket, the very day it came out, there was no USDT payment. There was option there. There was only credit card. I said, but in Nigeria, we don't use credit card, we use debit card. And actually push it forth to the leadership to please consider Please make it on Netflix to consider USDT, and that has been applied. I have already posted that on our platform. In case you missed it, you can let me know. I just repost again. I just repost that. So USDT is available now for us to make our payment. And of course, invitation letter was also what I discussed with the leadership, that if to make a visa procurement easy for the African community, then we will need the letter of invitation, which Mr. Gorka actually has approved. So we'll have the privilege of having those ones. So that will help us to secure our visa fast enough. So these are all the things we discussed in a meeting with the leadership. So I want to let the room open now. Babatunde Adewale, please, can you mute your microphone? Disturbing us, please. Okay, let me see. Thank you so much, sir. All right, thank you, sir. So the room is open now for our leaders, please. If you got what all the things I said, let's quickly say one or two things before Mr. Kaiser and Mr. Henk, before they can give us their words of encouragement. Thank you, everyone. I should be calling names. Maybe that will make it faster. Okay, Ene the coach, are you there? Mr. Lorenzo, are you there? Any of the two, please? We need to hear from you on this.
Can I jump in, please?
Who is that? Okay,
This
come
is
up.
Ambassador Philip.
Oh, Madam Phillips, how are you? Good evening.
I'm very well, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Yes, this is my first time joining the leaders meeting here.
You're welcome.
Organize ourselves and become one, starting from home. It's like the missionary journey, you know, the apostles to start from their base before moving out, so we can really have a grip of what really we are all about. And I think this meeting is going to the meetings will avail us opportunities really to know one another, to, you know, click together and see how we can work together for success, so we can succeed in whatever endeavors we have planned for the future. Just like the numbers that you've been calling, we will really have to, you know, take steps, act on, walk the talk, sort of. And we really have to have all, hands on deck, have been beaten and all that. But then with this project is so fantastic. A lot of people making testimonies, because there's so much, to take away from it as per, earnings and putting food on the table. I think it's easier, more so now with the ad, the promo that is up. It's really going to help us, because even us that are promoting it, we're going to have a lot of things to, gain from it financially. That's what I mean. And then those that are coming in, they will see instant gains, which they are going to benefit from. And it will equally help, because I can see that from this, the community that I have. People are so anxious, the pre-launch that is coming. They're like, oh, please, we need to do some payments. But tell them, oh, we are sorry now, because it has been, pushed forward since we have a convention. And this convention is going to add to whatever gains we're going to, have during the pre-launch. And have I been muted for a long time, please?
No.
Hello?
Sorry.
Can you hear
go
me?
Ahead. We are hearing you. We are hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm sorry, because I just saw the saw the sign that I should unmute myself. It's a fantastic project. I am excited about it because I think for just some time now, I'm so happy to say I'm a multi-level marketer. I'm a promoter. You know, no more being shy about it, because this time around, you know that really there is something there for us to have a grip of, and there is something that will come out of that grip if we really put hands together to work. I think we must all look forward to this pre-launch, and we must try to be there for you know, at the convention. I can't wait. But then I tried, you know, getting a ticket, and I was asked questions. I don't know if it has been open today for us to get the USDT ticket for the convention. Yes,
yeah, like I said,
maybe
is there. I posted it on the platform. I will repost it so that what you need to do, there is an email. I'll post it on the leadership platform, which you are there. Write to that email that you want to pay, then they will not send you the USDT address to pay into. All right, so you follow the instruction from there. That's how I did it. That's how it's done.
Yes, I used the email and I was asked questions. I don't know, but I'll try again. I'll try again.
Okay, whatever it is, you can private chat me on that.
I'll try again. Yeah, they were asking me questions, but I'll try again to see if I can get the ticket.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much, Ambassador Light. Can I go on?
Yeah, sure. I think is Madam Phyllis done? Madam Phyllis,
yes, I said thank you so much. Yes, I'm done. Thank you for yes. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Madam, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, my name is Mr. Ene, here from Nigeria. This tonight's meeting is not a general meeting. It was designed for leaders to interact, and graciously we have the management, especially the management of XERA, with us here, which I believe that is a great forum for us to be able to. Ambassador Light, please put the settings so that people that are coming in should not open their microphone. That's how to do it.
Yeah, I've done that already.
Put the settings so that people should not be coming in with the open microphone, please.
That'll be done, sir.
Yeah. So while I continue to say it, is that it's very good that we have to move forward, because life is about where you are going. But oh God have mercy.
Just continue. I'll mute the person. Gina choose. I found the person. Gina choose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, sir. Sorry.
Trying to move to the front. As leaders, we have communities. Because I have to say it, because this meeting is not for everybody, it's for leaders, I expect. And we have management here who need to hear from us. The record shows that when we started this project, there's no doubt we were all in Dubai. The vice president will remember that Nigerian graft was taller than any other country in the world that participated on this project. I think we cannot forget that, because he was the one that shows the graph that Nigeria was #1. Thereafter, we now have the Vietnams and other countries that are coming up. It therefore suggests to us the potential of this market. And as a community, we cannot undermine that kind of potential. That's why whatever concerns such a market, we have to tenaciously address it so that it will help us as leaders to be able to have face to face our community while we are going to move forward. Number one, it is on record that if you look at most of the products that are on the system, as much as we are going to promote it from NLT, many of them, you always see that it is not available in your country. Yes, the vice president has given us a word. I've spoken with him. He has answered me, but I want him also to really, through this meeting, talk to us. What is the plan of this company for Africa? Knowing our peculiarity. Our peculiarity is that we have been denying so much in the whole world, even when the world is collecting so much from Africa. But we have been denying so many things from Africa. So I want the company, through the management on the board today, what is their specific plan? Not what we plan. What is their plan for Africa? We want to key into that, their plan. Number two, there's no way you have investors who have invested their money. And for instance, you will discover that many of us did not have the insight about the minting factor of most of the projects that we bought from the beginning. And as I speak with you now, many of those assets we bought, when you want to look at the value of it after 2 years, it's too small to even pay for sometimes the 39 euro, which the vice president have also answered me that we don't need all those to go to K-Mall and all that. So I want us to really streamline the activities of all the components of the company with K-Mall, so that the K-Mall, for instance, now you have some Zena coin to pull out. And for you to do one or two movement from that, you have to go to K-Mall. And K-Mall will demand 39 euro. And what you even want to do is not up to 39 euro. How do you go about that? So I want the company to really address us some of this concern and see how to re-engineer it, because you can't say that this project is a new project. It's an old wine put in a new cup, because we are the people, we are the project. So that's my concern. So I want the management today we have to address us in the issue number one. What is the specific plan of the company XERA? Because XERA owns the community that every other company come to leverage. So XERA is a key. All these other companies are coming in because Sapphire and other companies put the community together. Without this community, they will not be here. So we want to do something that keeps our community. And we know that some leaders also who has influence of most of this community have left the company. Why do they leave? Those things they leave, can we see how to cushion the effect of that and make sure that their followers who they can influence do not also have a bad faith about the project? So these are my three concerns. I repeat again, number one, the concern of the specific plan for Africa, knowing that there are so many services that we are being denied of. Number two, that we should structure the system such a way that we are not more dependent. That if there's things we should do that does not demand K-Mall, should stay from K-Mall. And number three is that we want to make sure that our community stay intact. Many of us, and some of us, are for XERA and nothing but XERA. But we cannot be XERA alone without our community. So while we appreciate the company and all the effort, because I know that it is not easy to put up such a magnificent platform. I appreciate the company, I appreciate the vice president. At least he is our own because he has been with us. Those of us that come from Sapphire, he has stood by us and we appreciate him. We thank you so much. So that is my concern. Thank you very much, please.
Okay, Mr. Enen, noted. Thanks so much. When it's time, our leadership will address that. So, Mr. Lorenzo, are you there?
Yes, please.
Please, we need to hear from you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, I think I don't have much to contribute at this stage. I think we should hear from the company. They've taken our time to go through a lot of pains, the background to do a successful, merger. And a lot is happening. They're actually working very hard. So it would be good to also hear from them first before we begin to, from my own perspective. I acknowledge what other people have said, but I think we should give them opportunity to speak first. Then we can now add one or two things. Thank you.
Okay, well, thanks so much for that. But the meeting was not supposed to be about them, really. It's about us and the planning and the way forward and all of that. Okay,
No, Ambassador Light, sorry about it. Sorry about that. Now you can't be about us because we don't have information. The management have more information for us. So based on this, like I just said now, based on if you want them to respond, also they can respond from what we have just said now, so that we have information. We need, like Renzo have just said, we want information. They are working so hard. They are working so hard, but let them inform us what is on the table and where we are going. It will help us to understand more. Thank you.
Okay, so let me allow that. Mr. Heck, I believe you've heard from one or two leaders. So the floor is yours.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you for inviting us. And
thank you, sir.
I want to say a little bit about my own background, that everybody also understand that I have more than 33 years experience in what they call network marketing. I was in 3 different companies, top earner. I had my own network marketing company. I consulted a lot of companies. And I want to tell you a story about my life and give you tips how to overcome all those challenges. So while we and also the technical side of the company are improving things, that we know what we have to do and stay focused. So I was coming from a very poor background, and there are 3 possibilities to come in freedom. That is to have time and enjoy your money, and that is that you have rich parents who pay you a lot of money or put you in the board of the company. Number 2 is that you have a talent, you're a very good football player, or tennis player, or singer that pay you millions. And the third one, the only third one, is to become an entrepreneur. And entrepreneur means that you have an idea, it costs you a lot of money. And for that reason, I start in the network marketing industry. And I want to give you this example because I think it's crucially important. I started in 1999 with a company who went in the European market, because there's a lot of same with what XERA is doing, who started in the European market in the deregulation of telecom. That means at that time, there was only one company in every country, and there was a deregulation, so the competition came in. And that company had a lot, because they were the first coming in Europe, they had a lot of challenges. So much challenges that a lot of customers I brought, they were took back by the old community again, by the old companies again. And a lot of people, we must always mute this person. So a lot of people, they didn't stay. They didn't stay. Said, "Oh, this company will not make it. It will never happen." And and I stayed with this company. And it took more than 1.5 years before that company got things right. And because I stayed with this company and I believed in that company, my whole life was changed. I went in a situation of time and money because I stayed there and I gave the company and I believed in the company. I know the company going to make it right. And I think with XERA, we are exactly in that same position. There is a lot of pain at this moment, but it's up to the leaders, to us as leader, and I talk to you as a leader, it's up to us that we understand what we have here on the table and that we understand that we keep focus and give the technical departments of XERA the chance to overcome all the challenges we have. And I promise you that will not take 1.5 years like it was with me, but it totally changed my life. And I know for sure 1-2 years from now, some people will come to me and remember this story, what I told you. So let me give you a few more tips from my more than 33 years experience, if you want that to hear from me. There are 2 things important to become successful. The first one is mindset, and I'm going to talk a little bit more on mindset. And the other one is that you have a system, a marketing system. And in that marketing system, I don't want to talk about the marketing system today. We have now fantastic promotions, but we should also use promotions like the all-in-one, promotions like that we get 100% USDT, promotions like 30%. That is important promotion. But let's focus on the mindset. And on the mindset, it is very important that we have a plan for ourselves where this business, where our business will be in 3 to 5 years, where our life will be in 3 to 5 years, and how we are as a person in 3 to 5 years, how we grown as a person. And for that reason, it's crucially important that we start to write that down, that we start to plan our life instead that other people are planning our life. And when we have written down in a notebook, we have to read it every day. So we start believing it and keep the belief and not, go out this business. We stay in this business. We stay focused. That's exactly what I have done. It's very, very important. And because belief is everything. Because I always say there are 2 things sure in life. The rest is insecure. There are only 2 things sure. And behind me, you see books. I have written books about that. The first thing is we're all going to die sooner or later. And the second thing is what you believe going to happen. So if you believe you're not going to be successful with this business, you will create circumstances and people who will convince you you're not successful. But if you believe that you will successful, and if you believe this company will successful, you will create circumstances, attract them, and people in your life who are going to prove that you are right. So be careful what you believe. And now I'm going to say something very important, what most people in the network market industry don't understand. What you believe gives you a commitment. And this commitment gonna give you an action or no action because you're not committed. And this action gives you a result. And no action is also a result. And that will confirm your belief. So there is a huge difference between a 50% belief, what gives you a 50% commitment and action and result, or a 99. But I coach in my life a few world champions. I have coached them when I was living in Monte Carlo. And they all will tell you, what is the difference to become a world champion or not? That is, do you have 100% belief or 99% belief? That is the difference. And you must have 100% belief in yourself. You must 100% believe that the management of this company gonna get everything right. You have to have that belief. And you have to have the belief that the product's gonna be work fantastic. And you have to have belief in the marketing process. And that is the #1 reason why everybody should come to Istanbul. Because I was 3 times in my life in very, very big companies, a top earner. And only thing what I did was I built from big event, like in Istanbul, to the next big event. And all the people of my team who were in that event, the question is, who has the most people of his team on that event? Those people, they gonna push the plane home back to Africa because they will have 100% belief in everything. And that's why the next time there is an event, the next time that will happen. What I think is important for Africa is that we, sooner or later, also showing up in Africa and have an event for Africa so that all the people in Africa can have this 100% belief. But now the focus should be on Istanbul. So this mindset is the most important because, you know, the marketing process, the promotions is the how. But the why, the mindset is the most impossible because even when there were not promotions and not a marketing process trained, people who know the why, who are motivated, they will find a how. But here you have the how, the mindset, the why is up to you. That is, what are you believing? What let other people believe you? What kind of people you're surrounded with? Are that people who want all in the same direction, or people who say you will never be successful, will never happen? Or what kind of things are you reading? You know, how are you programming your own belief system? What for attitude do you have? Are you have a positive attitude or a not so positive attitude? This is crucial. And I think I'm very happy that I was able to share that with my friends and girlfriends here from Africa, so that you gonna be the leaders where Africa is waiting for, to change so many people their life, that they can also have time and money. Because it's not about money, it's about freedom. And freedom, what is freedom? Freedom is time and money. How you get freedom, you can do that through XERA, get time and money. But you must have health and time to enjoy your money. Those three things give freedom. Thank you very much. I'll give back to Jeremy. I'm losing almost my voice.
Thanks so much for your time. Thanks for that. Mr. Wanakeza, don't know if you have something to tell us. We need to hear from you too.
Great. Now, first of all, again, thanks for the invitation. Of course, also big thanks for what was said already. And of course, I also have made a few notices. Do not forget anything. Yeah? Then we go a little bit through answers to these asked questions. Then first of all, I think we all can be very happy because what is happened with XERA is basically something what we just could dream about. Because a few of you, of course, had the possibility to be in Dubai. Lorenzo, for example, was visiting many times already the XERA office in Dubai. So he knows, of course, how many people are working there to make big things happen. And this, of course, when you go in touch with all those people there and understand what they are doing, from which angle they are coming, how many knowledge they have, then then you build up automatically the confidence that everything is going in a fantastic direction. And we all here in this call, from my point of view, also can be very proud on us because, you know, the most of people here in the call, of course, are coming from formers of year. And what we have done there all together, I think was unbelievable, because we have built it up something from very small to very big. And now, of course, we are doing the next step. So that means what we have reached already together is, from my point of view, this was just a teaser for what is happening now. Because based on this coming together, we have now manpower like never before. We have so many additional experts of different fields, like, for example, market making. We have additional service providers. So all of these puzzle pieces were falling together. And when we understand now for ourselves what we have in our hands, I think there is no limit anymore. Because like Henk said it before, 33 years experience. Also here, of course, in the call, what I have understood, a lot of very experienced people, top leaders of the industry. And also, of course, myself, I have centuries behind me, very successful time. And what we can see now with XERA and what is happening here right now, this I never have seen before, not even close. No? And so to bring this all together on this way was very complicated, was very intensive work. But now, of course, we are coming to the stage where the boosters, when you want to call it like that, are getting activated. And we are very close to that. So the first thing what was done last time with the global call, of course, that these massive promotions were launched, which should help you, of course, to create now momentum, to get this movement. And the next big hammer, when you want to call it this way, will happen in Turkey and Istanbul. No? And we've heard already before, new back office is coming, plus. But even much more than that, much more than that. And I think when people understand there in these 2 days in Istanbul, what will be released there and what will be shown there, a few people will be shocked, but in a positive way, because they will not expect this. Nobody can expect this, because there was so many work put it in, and also before this merger was happening, years of development, also of service providers, like Quantwise, for example. So, you know, software which is doing something what is, how to say, no other software is able to do right now, 100% artificial intelligence. And a few people asking sometimes, now, what it's doing exactly. So when you have already a Quantwise account, a unique capital account, so direct brokerage link of Binance, which is also very unique because very less companies worldwide have a direct brokerage link. So normally the most companies are working with a API, which is not the same because you have time delays. So this is a direct connection. And only to get this, you have to have everything, or otherwise it's impossible to make that happen. And so when you look there, for example, this is just one of our service providers. And when you look there, for example, when you are visiting the global call, there is shown a few times an account opened October 2022. So this is until today around 19 months. And so you see also when you have already an account in unique capital, since then it have done around 340%, something like that. So when you divide 340 with 19 months, then you know what this thing is doing. This is unbelievable. We have a very low risk strategy. So only BTC against USDD, no leverage. And of course, when you look back now in this time frame, there were a lot of side movements in the market, very difficult market conditions, where the most systems are not doing very well, and Quantwise have done unbelievable well. Yeah? So one of the service providers. Second one, of course, and this is already coming to one of those questions which were asked before, and this is the hybrid minting protocol. Yeah? So those projects, what we had already with Senik in Zofir, in our marketplace there. So with all these project owners are right now negotiations and meetings. Yeah? The goal is that these project owners decide to change over to the hybrid minting protocol, because this is working on an absolutely mind-blowing way. Yeah? Basically exactly on the opposite way like it have worked before. So just to give you an example, so let us say, because we know that these projects are all real projects. So in real projects need a little bit time. So 3 to 5 years to really build it up. When it's, for example, a real estate project, it have to get built at first. So this needs time. So in the past situation, a lot of people have not really understood this. So that means a token, for example, were listed, and they were not patient enough to wait until these projects start creating, based on the connection to the real economy, their profit scheme. So the token had no chance to grow. So they've started to sell the token already before even their projects were close to finalization. So and the hybrid minting protocol works completely on a different way. So that means when the hybrid minting protocol is used, people are purchasing a hardware or a software, and then they go on the exchange by themselves, purchase the token of the specific projects, lock and link this to the license or to the machine, to the hardware, and then the minting process starts. So that means exactly the opposite way is happening. plus additional rules which are implemented, which are stabilizing a health development of the token. So, and we as former Sophia users are in a very, very lucky position, because when these project owners agree now to change over to the hybrid minting protocol, then of course there's also migration to the new token, which have to be done for the mechanics. But you can ask yourself, who have these tokens already? Who have minted these tokens already? So that means all others, which say then and get experienced with these projects and say, okay, I want to have that too because I love it, I like this. They have to go on the exchanges to purchase these tokens. So what impacts this will create on the already minted tokens, what you have done possibly already by yourself? So this is one of the major things which are happening right now. This is all in preparation. And this, of course, is benefiting everyone in a massive scale. The same, of course, is happening with the Zenic coin. You know, of course, there are a lot of options what you can do additionally with the Zenic coin. For example, exchange it to EuroKV, to go shopping in Key Mall, and a lot of other stuff. So why this is done right now, this burns out of the market an unbelievable amount of Zenic coins. So this costs, of course, the company a lot of liquidity to make that happen and to do that, but we are able and ready to do this. So that means it's bringing down the maximum supply massively. And on the other side, of course, then it's migrated to layer K, and layer K will be the new super token of the whole ecosystem. So that means right now, when you are already aware how Keymo works, how XERA works, how the hybrid minting protocol works, right now the base token, the infrastructure token, is called CL5. So CL5 will be merged together with Zenic coin, and the Zenic coin variants, as also the Ethereum token, BNB token, as all these variants what we have. So the first advantage on that is, and you can look at it by yourself, CL5 have a massive liquidity on the token. So that means you can buy, you can sell. So this is all not a problem, because only the liquidity on the token of CL5 right now is around $50 million. So this is the first thing. The second thing is, when this is merged technically together, all those people which want to mint tokens have to go to the exchanges to purchase these tokens. So who have these tokens already? Exactly, because you have minted them, you can go then in this migration process to layer K. There's a so-called S layer K between. This is needed for the mechanic. And so this is how we want to support on the best way possible all the token holders, of course, but in addition, all the projects too, because also the projects themselves need a very good developing price of the tokens in the market. It's very important. So with this hybrid minting protocol, we solve all of those things on a way like how to say, we was possibly not able before. So that means based on this merger, nothing was getting, how to say, nothing is less than before, but a lot of additional things were added, a lot of additional things. In addition, one of an additional service provider, possibly you've heard about it in the last global call, is Volek. This is a launchpad. And I don't know how deep everyone here in the call is in the blockchain crypto world. So this also opens a door which is normally closed for 99% of the people. Because of course, when you go to a launchpad, to Binance Launchpad, for example, which is the biggest one right now, of course you can register yourself there. But when you want to enter in specific projects, you need allocation. And the really interesting ones, there is no way on the normal way to get allocation for normal people. Because when you want to enter there, for example, with a specific allocation in a project, you have to hold millions in euro in BNB token to enter and to get part of specific projects. So based on this whole strategy, this is open also to us. And again, people from former Sophia, which have minted a lot of Zenic coins, have also the possibility to exchange their minted Zenic coins, for example, to S layer K, go with that in Volek into a staking concept and increase their tier in Volek. So that means you have the possibility to also be part of that what can happen in a launchpad. And this is not something theoretically. So when you look back there, also you can Google that by yourself, in launchpads, what projects which are just coming to the market. It means basically it's entering to us, to the community, before anyone else have the possibility. Yeah? So that means the most of these projects are doing 5x, 10x, 20x, even 100x. Yeah? So, and now is coming something in addition, because normally you have to have the allocation by yourself. Yeah? So if you don't have this financial capacity, yeah, in a launchpads, you're not able. So to possibly you get a small allocation for a project, $30, $50, something like that. Of course, when there are a few XR happening on a project, it's still nice. Yeah? But you cannot go higher because you don't have the liquidity for that by yourself. So in this concept, and this is never done before, you can build up a tier in Volek based on the volume of staking in Volek on your community. So that means you have the possibility to build up, for example, allocation of 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever, in a launchpads, where all the time projects are coming in, which have an enormous potential. And this is something what nobody have done before. So that means when you see all those three things together, this is like a system, I would call it this way, where you can leverage your income to real wealth. But of course, it have to get understood first. And that's what I also could hear out a little bit before on these questions. And I agree to that. There is still in the community a big gap when we talk about information. So of course, Lorenzo had this this advantage that he could take part on this training in Dubai, what we had all together for 3 days. So also, of course, Jumeirah was invited, but based there's in Dubai a little bit a challenge to get part of this. He could not make it happen. But Lorenzo, of course, is very deep now in these things because he had 3 days of training, of analysis, of what is going on. And of course, based on that, also reports were given out. So I don't know if every one of you was reading that already. There's report part 1 and there's report part 2, where all those things are described. So someone who is reading that, of course, it's possible when you just read it and you don't know what the additional contents, that the context in what this is written, that not everything is clear. But basically, it's written down what will be executed now, and this for the best of the people. So everything what we are doing is all the time for the community. This is very important to understand. And sometimes, of course, because these things are complicated, it takes a little bit time, but it not means that it's not done. So step by step, we're going forward with that. So also, of course, the plan of XERA. Also XERA, of course, and I never was so confident like I am right now, because I know, and you know, in the moment you know. I know that XERA will go absolutely to #1. And for that are a lot of reasons in place. First of all is, of course, we have fantastic leadership. So only when you look here in this Zoom call that we have so fantastic people, and this we have all over the world, this is absolutely unique, absolutely unique. So in addition, when you have product providers and service providers like Quantwise, like the hybrid minting protocol, like Volek, like also the other support systems. One of these, for example, is Neo1. So you know that is a digital management system which makes this bridge between fiat and crypto in a very easy way. Virtual IBAN, personal IBAN, open banking, with debit cards, a lot of different things. So this is already activated now in Europe. It was started in a soft launch, and now step by step, more and more things are implemented. Also, of course, possibly you've seen it. The ambassador of and also partner of Neo1 is Floyd Mayweather, which is a superstar. And he also, of course, just does this because he knows where this will go. So only this will be already enough to build up, how to say, an empire. Because everyone basically worldwide, which is somewhere connected to blockchain and everything, is searching for these solutions. And we have it. And possibly also the plans of Neo One, right now it's activated for Europe, but during this year, and of course this takes a little bit time because you need all these licenses, and otherwise you're not allowed to do this. But during this year, it's planned also to open additional countries in Africa, also in South America, and of course, India is an addition in preparation. So also there is taking care on that, so that you also get this simplified bridge between these two worlds where so many people are waiting for. Then, of course, we have other systems in place, support systems. One of that is Coinbase, which is a centralized exchange. And very, very soon will be launched the Layer K DEX. So why this is so important? So this is a decentralized exchange, which is also running on 11 different chains. So that means you also have the possibility to exchange assets, decentralized, and assets, how to say, which are not running on the same blockchain, which is normally on decentralized exchanges not really possible. When we look to Uniswap, for example, just as a comparison, there you only can trade Ethereum-based tokens. Yeah? So Layer K DEX is already much more developed than this. Yeah? And this, of course, makes it much more easier also for you, because you know, of course, that worldwide specific countries are restricted from exchanges right now based on the global political situation. On a few countries, there are sanctions and this and this and this. So, but we have to come over this with all the support systems. And this is what we are putting together right now. So create basically a perfect environment for those people who want to use the products, but in addition for those people, of course, who want to build up their community. And the situation could not be better, because a lot of people are waiting out there right now for solutions. So of course, I think in Africa, it's very similar, like it's in Europe, like it's in many other parts of the world. Based on this global situation, the economy is going down and this and this and this. So many people are searching and waiting on something that they really have the possibility to bring back their life to something better. And we have it. We have it. So we can be very proud when we speak with someone. We really can speak out of this confidence that we have something what really is able to help the people. It's not just about earning money. This, when everything is done correct, is happening anyway. I only have experienced it all the time this way. When you're doing something correct and you're doing it with absolute focus and to give every day your best from the morning to the evening, your very, very best and nothing less. And you have all these things in place. What should happen now? Only the best things can happen because you have given your best. When you give your best, what should come back in return? Only the best. And this is how the life works, what I think. So, and with all these service providers, with all these fantastic products, which are really supporting the people, so we can build up here, this company is so big, like nobody have done it before. So also, of course, when we look to the management, like Gorka, he's so strong, he's so unbelievable strong. And from those people in the top management, which are leading the company, we have a lot of those people. So also, of course, the liquidity of the company, so that everything can be executed on the correct way. New back office is coming, like it was mentioned in the beginning. Also, Keymall will get the updates. On a lot of things is running work right now, but this is coming anyway. It's coming anyway. So in the meantime, based on these promotions, we can start to unlock our potential, because I know that you are able, everyone here in the call, to create a miracle. You are able to do that because you have done it already. So we can do that. So and then with these additional boosters, which will get activated in Turkey, we are basically unstoppable, unbreakable, unbeatable. And this is also what they have liked so much before from the lady, which was speaking a few minutes. Sorry, but they have not seen the name right now. But she have said that when you have a team, you can do everything. Everything is possible. So and when we are coming together as one, as a united how to say, team, and we understand what we are able to do, there is no limit anymore. There is no limits with all these settings, with all this backup what we have from the company. So I'm very thankful. And of course, also Africa, because this was the first question which was asked. Africa, of course, is on a very, very high priority, because I know that in the past, we could not give the best support. It is like it is. But this all will change over now. And for that reason, it's also so important that so many people of you, and also, of course, people which are not in the call right now, make it possible to come to Turkey, because there everyone is there. And there, of course, we also want to make the plan together for Africa, because I cannot know what is the best for Africa, how I should know this. Of course, it was a few times in Africa. I was many times in South Africa, but I am not living where you live. You have to see us. You have to help us. You have to support us to understand what you need. Yeah? So, but for that, we have to come together. This is important. This is not really possible in a Zoom call. Yeah? We have to come together. We need the time to sit together on the table, go through, this should be like this should be like this. You have to help us to do this. Yeah? So for that reason, make it possible to come to Turkey. And like also Henk have said it before, and this I have seen so many times, the real, how to say, that the miracle for many people is happening on an event like this. Because when all doubts are gone, so when all this, how to say, fear is gone, because you don't know, you're not sure or something like that. So in the moment where everything is clear, everything is understood, and the picture, the puzzle pieces are falling together in your mind to the picture, that you really understand what we have in our hands, then everything is possible. And I've seen in my personal experience a few times the thing that people were coming to a big event. Until this moment, they had not really success. They have tried a little bit, have done a little bit here, have done a little bit here. And in the moment they have understood, everything have changed. Everything have changed to the better for them. And they were able to create and build up an empire. And it was not able before, because something was holding them back. They not even can explain by themselves what it was, but something have held them back. So in the moment where everything is clear, you can unlock. Because there is nothing to hold back anymore, because you know, in the moment you know, and then it's happening. And you know, I'm so, how to say, I believe so strongly that the life is helping. And everything what has happened now over the last few months, also with this merger, have solved so many things. So normally, also what was one of the questions before, so to bring up the price of the tokens on the market and this and this and this. This was a, how to say, a very, very tough effort to do, because based on that, what they have said before. So, but now the solution was coming with the Hybrid Minting protocol. On otherwise, to do the same thing what we are able to do now, it have taken for sure years to do the same. But now everything was falling together. And so for that reason, we just can be happy, we just can be thankful. And now we have to transmit this to the community. I also know, of course, that a lot of people possibly in your team have not migrated yet to XERA, because possible there is missing information. They don't know right now what they miss out. They don't know. So we have to say them, so that they really understand that this is now a good step to do. And also to inform their people so that they can follow. Most important thing is information. In the moment that people know, they know. So, and this is where we have hard to work on it, because there's information gap. And for that reason, it's also important that when there's a global call, for example, that you invite your people, that they hear by themselves, that they experience by themselves, that those people are joining, for example, the Telegram group, the official channels, to not miss out what the corporate is providing as information. Also, of course, we have, you know, I don't even know in how many languages, we have highly trained trainers in the office in Dubai, which are talking altogether, I don't know how many languages, where they are supporting. So it means if it's a training on the compensation plan, it's a training on the products, it's a training of let's get started. So this all is there It just have to get used. Yeah. Of course, I hope everyone here have the link tree where also the presentations are inside and everything what you can use for yourself and also for your team. So use all this support which is there because it's there. Yeah. So, but like I said before, for Africa, I know that we can reach together everything. Yeah. But we have to come together to discuss it, how to do it. Yeah. Because like I said, I not live where you live. You have to say me. Yeah. So, and to us, how we should do it best. We make together a strategy, we make together a plan, and then we execute the plan and we make it happen. And of course, the goal is that we bring these solutions to millions over millions of people. And I know, and like also Chamara said in the beginning, that Nigeria, for example, but of course, there are also other representatives of countries here in this call, but we have seen already what is possible. We have seen it already. So we know already that we can do it. It's not a question if it's possible. We have seen it already. Yeah? So, but now we can scale much more bigger because we have much more possibilities like before. Yeah? And so this is what I would like to share. So I am very happy. I am very happy and we can be very thankful from my point of view. And we should use this possibility of Turkey to be there together, to experience together what are the next steps, what gets launched. Because then, of course, you also can go back to your people because you have seen it by yourself. That's a difference. You can read something, someone can explain you something, can tell you something. This is also something. But to experience by yourself is a completely other level. It's a completely something else. Yeah? So to experience by yourself, then we have also the possibility there to sit together, to make together the plan. Yeah? And then we start it. Easy. Yeah. So it's just on us together. And for that reason, I'm super confident because together we can do everything.
Okay. Thanks so much, the VP. We really appreciate for bearing your mind. I believe this has actually resonated with our leaders and probably have one or two questions. Madam Sally from Ghana, Accra, Ghana, we have her here. Please unmute the microphone. That's going to be followed by Priska. Then we will be back to other leaders who have one or two things to say. Thanks so much. Madam Sally,
Thank
please.
you so much.
Thank
you.
Please. Sorry, please,
My
everyone
honorable
talking. Try and
ambassador.
make it brief. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, our great, our corporate leaders, Mr. Kaiser and Mr. Goka. We've had you, yes, all the good stuff. We are excited. But then I have three main things. Some are suggestions and some my personal challenge I'm having, which may resonate with other people. You mentioned that a lot of people are not migrating to XERA. Some of them may not be deliberate. I have tried to migrate my account since day one. And up to now, it is not working. I sent messages to access server and support. They give me the guideline, I go through it. The reason is that most of the companies that match with XERA, I was in all of them. I use same email. And so the email that I use, when I take the email suggestion that Safi gave me, and I try to forget password, and I enter and try to migrate to XERA, it's not even though I've not yet done the authenticator, because I'm not migrating. It now tells me to enter authenticator for the previous accounts and other projects, okay? And it keeps doing this. And when I enter, it takes me back to those other accounts. Meanwhile, I want my Safi account because Safi account is the one I really built. I have lots of volumes. Okay? And so I've been doing this, and I don't know how Mr. Kaiser can help me, whether we had to assign somebody with me on Zoom for us to do it. I don't get the whole thing. I've written it several times, and I'm not able to access my account. I was trying to even do the subscription. I thought when I opened it, I thought it was the Safi account, only to realize it was the Safi account. So the subscription I did, went to somewhere else. Okay. And now the points generated, the new points, I just saw on my Safi account that it has been flagged. So how do I get it back when I am able to, migrate finally? So that is one question. Then number two or three has to do with suggestion or challenges that I feel if XERA is really interested in large community and really interested in Africa, then you may want to look at some of the comp plan or the marketing plan again. Okay. For instance, the quant-wise, for instance, the frustration. I was just doing those who have been doing trading so far, they said average is between 0.2 to 0.3. So I did an analysis for African country, majority may be able to start trading with, let's say, $100 to $500. So let me say $500. When I did the calculation for a, let's say I took even the highest, percentage is 0.3. And I did the analysis for 1 month. I realized the earning the person would have made would have been on $500 would have been just about $45. Meanwhile, the subscription is about $49. And afterwards, you have to divide the profits again with a company. So obviously, African is thrown out. It means that with the current subscription, it will only favor those who have lots of money, which majority of Africans don't fall within. People who have $10,000, $200,000 who will be able to do it, because for them, 0.03 can give them quite a reasonable amount at the end of the month. So please, I want you to look at that again. Okay, and then also, even in terms of the 50% that the company shares with the clients who is trading, that parts of that go to the networker, the community. Because for instance, if I bring somebody and I convince the person to do 1 year subscription, and then the person will trade for 1 year, but the company will charge that will be sharing profits with the clients, but the networker doesn't share in that. It's also a challenge, not a good motivation enough for people to push it. The second thing has to do with the subscription. You see, already buying the Mentor and loading it with token is already an extra cost, which already makes it a little costly for especially developing countries. You get it? With Safi, for instance, as low as 110 euros, you can start minting. Now, with 110 euros, you can mint. The minter can do anything for you. You have to go and buy the token to load. Okay, and for you to really see the benefit, you must load at least twice of that, because loading gets about $60, or in fact, it will be like you are just, joking. You definitely appreciate your earning that will be coming. So that alone is an added cost to the developing countries. And now we are saying that before the person can even do that, you have to subscribe with 39 euros at the beginning before. So this already makes it so exciting. So in fact, we love the product. We are excited about XERA. I started some serious movement with my people all of a sudden, and because we even help, we use our own money to hold physical events. But after the people, a lot of people attended. But when they saw what it entailed before they can just say, oh, this one is done for us, they were not asking, can we suggest something else to them, which was ridiculous. You get it? So XERA is, you will love it, but some of the things for Africa is not favorable. This 39 euros, in my view, can be charged in a different way. It's possible, maybe, okay, when you use after you have minted for 1 year, after the 1 year, you have made some profit, so you can now pay the 39. It makes more sense to the African
Madam
or
Sally,
the European
because of time. Madam Sally, I think we've heard you. You ask the question, you are trying to provide solution, so let them answer you. Because of time. Thanks so much. Mr. Kazan, you want to say something there?
Of course, I've made notices. So, so first thing, what about the accounts? So the information what you have given is a good one, but it's too general. So that means I need username, I need user ID, email address which were used, and all those things. So then this is getting forwarded into the customer support, and they are very fast to solve such issues. But I need it exactly. And otherwise, with the general information, can do nothing. So this, I don't know who can collect this information. I just have to get afterwards forwarded to me, and I will take over and will help. So, but I need it from someone who is sending me these informations. Also possibly with a screenshot of the former Sophia back office, so then I know exactly from what they're talking. So a small summary, what is the case? What is the current status? How it should be? And then they can forward it directly and they will take care of this. Also, of course, not because this was just an example now. If someone else of you or of your people have a similar situation, it's all the time the same procedure. So when we have the information, then we can help. So possibly one of you should collect this information, forward it to me, and I will take care of it with the customer support together. So first thing. The second thing, quant-wise. So quant-wise is real trading. So that means quant-wise is also doing sometimes a minus, not just a plus. Important is what this is doing on average. And for that reason, of course, in Unicapital, you can look back by yourself what it's doing, but this is a long-term strategy. So, but like I said before, 19 months, 340%, something like that, with a very low-risk strategy. This is, I never have seen something like that before in the markets. So this is also the reason why, because we have now the possibility to use this. So this is opened now to the 99%. So before, only basically it was open for institutional investors. So for really big liquidity, because they want low risk, but of course performance too. So this is exactly the way between. So of course it makes a difference if someone have deposited their $500 or $5 million, because 5% on the same amount, it's a big difference. So, but for that reason, all these other systems are also in place where people can build up, like with the hybrid minting protocol, with Bolek. So, and then of course you can use these different possibilities to build up. Also, of course, with Quantwise. Also, one of the things we mentioned, the profit share on the profit of Quantwise. So I'm not allowed to say to that now anything, but I just can say be part of Turkey. Possibly we will speak there about something. So just to say it in this way. So also the hybrid minting protocol, this is exactly what I've said before. The difference of the hybrid minting protocol, and I think this is of the interest of the people and for everyone here too, and for the projects too, that the token price have the possibility to rise. And the hybrid minting protocol is doing exactly this. Because before you just have purchased the master nodes, and the master node have started a decentralized minting process, which is fine. But then people, because they have not understood possibly, they don't were patient enough to wait until the projects by themselves generate the income what they need to feed the token in the markets. So they have started to sell the tokens and have brought down the token price by themselves. So the hybrid minting protocol is working completely on the opposite way. You purchase the software, you purchase the hardware. So, and based on that, you go out on the markets, you purchase the token. So that means everyone who want to mint this token have to purchase the token in the markets. And now exactly the opposite is happening. So the token gets maximum support. So, and this is so important on the strategy. So that means also when someone only have the possibility to have a minting license, for example, of 110 euro, and they go on the market and is purchasing the tokens. But these tokens are supported from a very strong mechanic. And I don't know if you had this training done already, based on the massive liquidity in the token, you basically can calculate with a formula what is happening afterwards. And when we had this training, for example, in Dubai, like I said before, not everyone could be part of it based on restrictions in Dubai, but Lorenzo, for example, was there, and he knows exactly how this is calculated. And then the moment you understand how this is calculated, how this formula works, and everyone understands also how high the liquidity is in the token, then of course you know what is the outcome. And this is mind-blowing. So based on this liquidity, nobody is able to dump down the price, because nobody have enough tokens to do that, and the liquidity is too high. So this makes sure that tokens can be purchased and sold anytime. Because in the general crypto market out there, what a lot of people not understand is, they see, for example, on CoinMarketCap, a token which is rising, is doing within, I don't know, 2 weeks, a few thousand%. And then they think, okay, we go in this token because it's rising. But what they have not a look on it, what is the liquidity in the token? So they purchase the token, and afterwards it's getting very, very difficult to sell it because there's not enough liquidity in the token. So sometimes it's getting even impossible to sell it afterwards because you would dump down the price by yourself. So you dust the liquidity what you have backed in the token. So the hybrid minting protocol makes sure that this cannot happen. So this is very important because this is basically, I think, where everyone is going for. If I'm interested in a project and they mint a token, then I want also afterwards that this token is going on a good journey. And for that reason, we need this mechanics. So this just is a short answer on the question.
Okay, thanks so much, Mr. Keza. So before Priska asks a question, there is a question from the Genius investor, if I'm correct, on the chats. So please, when will the bridge for Mobi's Zenny coins to Layer K be active for staking at Woleke?
So we are close. So also this all should get finalized latest by the event in Turkey. So right now, what can be done already, Zenny can be already exchanged in Layer K to build up tier in Wolek. This is already activated, can be already done. But the bridge itself, also the merger from CO5, the Zenny variants to Layer K, this is planned for the event in Turkey. This is one of the things. For that reason, it's also important that everyone is there to really understand what this means and how it works.
Okay, so everyone get ready to be at the Istanbul. At least more news will be on Victoria. So, Madam Priska, I think after Madam Priska, I believe Lorenzo definitely has some questions because at least he prepared something. And Sam also should get ready.
I just would like to say something to one of those things which we are written here in the chat, because there was written about bots, trading bots. So I don't know, of course, who have which experience, but possibly the most people know that the most bots not live very long. So a bot is a bot. So a bot is, how you say, is not the neural network. So that means they have their programming, and based on that, they are operating. And the most of those things, I also have, how to say, seen a little bit more possibly in this direction. They not stay very long. So that means if someone is using something like that, and even if it's doing good profit in the first moments, the possibility is very high, that afterwards everything is gone. Because possibly a lot of people have experienced by themselves already. So the effort in Quantwise, and this just can underline, there are used also 15 analysts which have built up the whole thing. They've started to develop this artificial intelligence in the year 2017. So just remember back 2017, when you have spoken with someone about artificial intelligence, I think the most people have not even known to this time this word, what this means. So, and of course, one of the mass products which are coming right now in the markets based on artificial intelligence is ChatGPT, where you can create texts and all this other stuff. ChatGPT can read out 20, 30 books within, I don't know, seconds. And afterwards, ChatGPT knows exactly what was written there and also understand the contexts between these books. Yeah. So, and this is happening in seconds. So this artificial intelligence is running since 6 years. Basically, it has seen possibly everything what is possible in the market, from crisis, from pump, from dump, from everything what is happening. And it also recognizes bots from far away, because bots are acting all the time on the same way. And this is also the reason why most of the bots fail. Yeah? Because they cannot change over to specific market behaviors because they are just programmed on a specific way what they should do. Artificial intelligence is something completely different. Also, of course, the technology which is used, the processors, Tesla NVIDIA 100s, you can Google it by yourself. These are the most powerful processors in the market, which costs a fortune to do this. So up to 40 gigabytes per second. So just to give you a comparison, one of the biggest calculation centers of the NASA can do 90 gigabytes per second. So that means we are playing on the highest level possible. And I don't want to say now in this call what are the costs of this, because also before the profit share, 50-50, 60-40, 70-30 was shortly mentioned. All few months, so basically in the time frame of 9 months, all processors have to get changed, because to keep them on 100% processor power. I don't want to say now from how many millions we are talking, also in euro, only to exchange the processors all the time. So, but this makes sure that Quantwise is able to perform, and this also do it so constantly over such a long time frame. Because show me one bot, which is running out there in the market since a few years. I think it's impossible to find one. It's not there, because they cannot adapt to specific market conditions because they're only programs. This is not a neural network. This is a completely different thing. And for that reasons, of course, the efforts would have to put there in to make that possible is very, very high. So with this profit share, for example, or with the software split fee, 70-30, with this 30%, all this infrastructure have to get supported. This is the reason. This is not something that someone says, okay, they're keeping this by themselves. No. To keep the infrastructure and to extend it and to improve what they're doing all the time, this costs a fortune. And this is for the good of the people. That's the reason.
Okay, Mr. Goka, yes, Mr. Goka. Mr. Giza, thanks so much. I wanted to say Mr. Goka is also with us, and Christina is also with us. For those who have issues with their old email, because the email has been deactivated, because I saw a message like that, please, you will need to create a new email, then send me the old email and the new email so that I'll forward it to the leadership so that they can work on that. If you have a problem with your account, please clearly state whatever it is, then send it to me. If you don't have my contact, then relay with your leader. Definitely, all the top leaders, we have each other's number to that effect. So we will, in case your email was deactivated, maybe by Google, I don't know, wherever it is. So get that email ready, create a new email to that effect, then let me have both emails, then the leadership will trade that. Priska, please, I will need you to be very, very brief. Time is really gone fast. Please, on your question or your suggestion, please. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for the opportunity for organizing this leaders meeting. Thanks to the management team that is present with us here, Mr. Werner, Mr. Hank, Mr. Gorka. You're all welcome. I want to appreciate the new initiative. I was privileged to be in the last training workshop in Dubai with Mr. Lorenzo, and we understood a little bit concerning the hybrid meeting protocol. I see the potential for us or our team members that have invested before in all the previous projects, that the value of most of this project will go up when everything is working with the new meeting protocol, because they will need to, the people that need to continue mining this will need to, any of this project will need to definitely go to the market and buy these tokens to activate the miners with. That will also help to create more liquidity in the market for those that have already minted this project, which to me is a very fantastic solution for all those who have invested in, especially in the project in Safi Zelig in the past. Now, we really want to move forward. Despite we have to push through, even though there are challenges, but there are some challenges that really need, that are just like obstacles, just like a car that wants to move, but the tire is punctured. So there is no how most of the leaders can move if some of these solutions are not provided. The example I will give is regarding, for example, the KYC. Most of the team, like me, for example, I have like 13,000 members in my community coming from XERA. So I discovered only maybe like 1,000 out of them, or if at all 500, can be able to do KYC. Because, for example, in Nigeria here, most of the leaders will agree with me that the normal national ID card has no expiry date. Majority of these national ID cards are in a paper form, which is rejected as a form of KYC when people use it to do KYC. Let me say 80% of Nigerians are using this ID card. Only few can afford international passports or driver license that they can use to do KYC. So this is a very serious problem for us to move forward. I also have seen in most of the French countries, which most of the leaders also told me they can't move forward because they are stuck with this issue of KYC. Even if people want to pay the 39 euro and move forward, a lot of people are stuck with KYC. So I don't know if it is a suggestion, my humble suggestion, if this KYC which is mandatory, if they can look for a way to make it only mandatory for people who want maybe to access the like the banking, the way we had it in Safia, I don't know how to put it. Because if the general team want to also use this platform, they are stopped. Talk less of the migration process from Safia to XERA. I have a lot of cases that every day I'm trying to do Zoom to guide people. At times, we don't see the what do we call, the two-factor authenticator. It was not sent, a lot of issues like that. So I don't know if the company can help us facilitate things for us to be able to also move ahead with the team. Because this is a serious stress on the leaders, trying to sort out KYC thing, which is beyond our control. If they can reject our normal national ID card, or that because it has no expiry date, so how do we move forward? Countries like Congo, I have most of my top leaders also in Congo. They said it's been very, very long time they ever had national ID card. Only few can even afford. Okay, now some of them have their earnings in the back office, and they cannot withdraw it, even to go and use it to process a driver license or an international passport, and they are stuck. How do they move forward? So I remember with Mr. Lorenzo, we suggested during the training workshop, if there can be, if at all, for the withdrawal restriction, they can put a restriction, like, for example, in Binance, when it started, if you want to use the platform, maximum you can do without KYC is a certain amount, like $1,000 without KYC. But when you are exceeding that, you must do a KYC. If they can do it in such a way that people can move their earnings and be able to use part of it to go and process this legal document, if at all they must do it, the company should help us to also move forward, because I feel like we want to run, but we are stuck, our legs are held, and we cannot run. So this is little I wanted to suggest, and my observation about our moving forward with this company. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Priska. I want to believe that the management has noted that. They will respond to that at the right time. Mr. Lorenzo, the Comrade, please, if you have anything, just be on the line. After that, we'll get back to the management to talk, because time is past. We just have only give room to just 2 more people. Lorenzo, please.
Okay, thank you. I will give other people opportunity to speak because I've had many opportunities on these topics and in Dubai. However, I will advise that a training is done on how the hybrid mechanism really benefits everybody in XERA. I think that area, even though I've understood, a lot of people are still blind to it. Take example, if you come in and you stick or you link your token to your minter, most people are not aware of exactly what the percentage return is per month or per annum. I think that would change this discussion. Then, I mean, from XERA or from leaders, as make it clear. I've done a little of that on my Zoom meetings, but I think that will help. Then number two is the other projects, the tokenized projects on K-Minting. When they finally comply, what will it meet? What will it, I mean, what's the implication from a businessman's perspective to those of us who already have the minters? You know, that will also help because people are looking for opportunities that will make them really, really push the business. I think these two areas, we don't need to be silent from the management perspective. So like I said, I would rather have other people speak because I've had enough other opportunities.
Sorry, Mr. Ambassador, please, can you excuse me to just make a comment before the management will come in?
Please, Mr. Ne, you will come back. Let's Mr. Comrie Sam. So that we, no, well, I'll call you after Mr. Comrie Sam, please. Mr. Ne, please. Comrie Sam there.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate this meeting tonight. I just have 3 questions to ask. One is, personally, most of my team members purchased this Zenith hub. And one of the things that is actually slowing my team down is that most of them that purchased this Zenith hub have not really gotten the pure understanding of what is the way forward on it, especially those that have particle hubs. I want it to be well clarified to me on this new movement of LAYAC, of the hubs minting LAYAC. Does the particle included, those that have 100 euro hub then, are they going to be included on those that will be opportune to be minting LAYAC when the whole system moved after transferring the Zenith we've minted before? That is one. And two, the NOMO, the money given, the voucher given to most of the those that bought to PAN then to purchase their NOMO, being the first to purchase the NOMO share note on time. Most of them, due to these whole migrations and the whole integrations, just took almost some persons unaware. They were not able to make up their money to actually purchase their NOMO. And now the voucher is still on our former Sapphire dashboard. So please, some of them, we want to know the way forward on that voucher. Are they going to allow us to move them later to add to it, to also purchase whatever we want on the dashboard? That is for that. That's the third one. The third question again, I want to ask again is, when we are purchasing most of these products, licenses, we purchase them with USDT. Then when they are paying us, they now pay us with coins. So when you want to withdraw, you're not going to withdraw with the same USDT. Is there not going to be a better way for us to be making a withdrawal like the way we normally withdraw before on Sapphire, that you make a choice how you withdraw your money? You can choose to withdraw through any coin. Let it be any currency that is already listed on the exchange, or USDT, probably, since this is the means you are using right now, if you love that. I think that will also help us a little. Thank you very much. I just want to make it short. Thank you.
Okay. Before Mr. Ende comes back, Mr. Keza, you do want to answer to that normal voucher?
I think if I ask my question, the management can summarize everything together.
Okay. Sorry, Mr. Keza. Let Mr. Ende just answer both of them at the same time.
Basically, this is a kind of an advice to because I'm happy that this meeting we have XERA. And XERA is the community. XERA is our own house. I suggest that all these other guys who are coming in because XERA has made a house. And we are the house. Number one, I want the management to be able to, because it's like there's no cohesion between the support team. Somebody had an issue with KMOR, and you sent a support message to KMOR. Instead of KMOR to direct that message, if it's not what they can respond, they now refer that message to the right place where that message can be sent. What they do is that they reply to the person, go and talk to this person. And there's no cohesion in management because it's an ecosystem. So there's supposed to be that when I ask a question about KMOR, and I ask that question to assess, they should direct that question to where it should go. All the client want is an answer to that question, not to now point the person to go to where. So the person now keep on sending question to this person, and maybe that person also refer again, go to this side. That is not cohesion in support. I hope the management can take care of that. Now, number two is that we have to understand the products for a market. If you have a product and you just roll out products to your market and you don't understand, does your market demand this product? Every country does not need the same product. For instance, we don't need Quanwise, if you ask me, because an average economy here is $500 US, $100 US, at least $1,000 US, the highest. So if we keep on talking about Quanwise, we kill our market here. Because, for instance, I'll give you an example now. I bought Quanwise 1,400 euro, and I give it a try. As an average person, I put $500 US, and I keep it there for around sometimes, and measurable. There was no profit that could measure that. That means that Quanwise is not for a person of economy of $500 US. Now, which products do we promote then? There are other products like NLT and CFR, what of you? And these products are what can help us. But the functionality, 1 minute, please. But the functionality of the NLT, for instance, the sub packages that was breakdown after 2,000 euro, the other sub packages were not activated. And so I activated one for one of my friends who is also in the call here. We spent all the expertise we know just to discover that that product was not activated. So I want us to, XERA, to focus on regional products. Which product serve this region? Which product can serve region, so that we can now have a focus in what we are doing. So I think that the idea of the minting protocol we have now is the best. It should not be changed. It's the best. It can generate profit in the long future, big one. So these are the few things I want. I don't want us to keep on hammering us the product that it does not suit our environment. Otherwise, we kill our market. That's my humble suggestion, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ane. I think that was very, very vital there. So we can now give Mr. Kaiser to respond to both parties. Mr. Kaiser, please.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, big thanks for this proposals and ideas, and also topics. So the first thing, as a Nick Hub, so was not clear that I've understood it right. The physical hub, possibly when you have seen the report 1, report 2 of the meeting, what we have done in Dubai, there are a lot of possibilities now. If someone says, I don't want to wait on the delivery, how I can exchange them, for example, to other possibilities. And 2 of those possibilities are already activated. The fourth one, also the third one is waiting until it's delivered. The fourth one is the biggest, offer on this possibilities. This is a physical minter, which have a value of 4,400 euro, plus a lifetime Quantwise expert license and all this other stuff. So possibly to have a look on those reports, because there are a lot of great things inside, and also all these explanations how this works. No? So on the Nomo app and the voucher, this I not really have understood. So possibly Jamira can help me on that. I have not really understood the question. And otherwise, I answer the other ones first, and then we can come back to this. So payouts in USDT. The advantage, of course, in USDT is that it's a stable coin. Yeah? So when you manage a high liquidity as a company, and you also allow that you can pay out, for example, in Bitcoin and Ethereum, whatever. So you have to handle this liquidity very well, yeah? Because people pay in a stable coin, and you pay out in something different. This is very challenging. So for that reason, for security reasons, it's much more better to do it from both sides on the same way. So pay in for purchasing of a product in USDT, and also they pay out in USDT. The big advantage, of course, on USDT is that it's very simple to exchange USDT by yourself and every other asset, because USDT is basically the main trading pair of everything. Yeah? So I think this is not a disadvantage that it works this way. So the other thing, to access and the support. I agree, this can be optimized. And so that when you're writing to one of the platforms, because these are separated entities, no? So Keymall is the other entity, Quantwise is the other entity, New1 is the other entity. So when they are getting, of course, a question, they are answering to their related questions, no? Which are related to them. So if someone is writing to 2Access, this is a single sign-on solution. So 2Access is not Quantwise, 2Access is not Keymall. No? So for that reason, of course, they only can forward the message to others, to the respective platforms, and they can give the answer. But I agree with you, there is potential for improvement with the new website and the new platform, which is now in the preparation, where we've spoken before shortly about it. Also the support, of course, with other possibilities like they have it right now technically. And I think then this is already solved, what you just have addressed. So also the final thing what was coming in as a feedback, Quantwise. So what XERA is doing, it have a lot of fantastic service providers. Yeah? And people choose by themselves what is the right thing for them. So when you say, for example, for your community, you prefer the hybrid minting protocol because this is what works for them the best, it's fine. Yeah? So, but of course, we don't want to exclude people in your region from other products, because for sure, there are also other people, they say Quantwise is exactly the right thing for me. So there are the possibilities, it's basically a product portfolio, but everyone decides for himself what is the right thing for me. Yeah? And of course, when you said you have given, or you have tested Quantwise, so it's important when you look on Uni Capital to look back what Quantwise is doing on average until today. So to have a time window, 14 days or of a month, for example, is for a long-term strategy like Quantwise is working, is not a proper time frame. So when you look back, and we would say it goes in the same direction, also in the future, because nobody knows what's happening in the future, but everything is set up on a very, very fantastic way, I would say. So then, of course, when you have a time frame of 14 days, it's 14 days. So also in this 14 days, theoretically, you can make a minus, and then it's turning back again in the other market condition. because when the price is going down, for example, also the system starts to allocate Bitcoins. Yeah? So this also is for a reason, is for the good when there are time frames this way, because this is support line basically for upcoming future profits in quantwise. Yeah? So this just to say to that. So if someone says, for me, it's more this product line, it's completely perfect, but we don't want to exclude anyone, yeah, who says, I've understood quantwise, and there are also a lot of people who have possibility to really use it on a big scale. Yeah. So in addition, what Priska have said before, the KYC. Of course, what is used here is one of the biggest KYC providers worldwide. So, and I hope Priska, because we have talked that also, and with Lorenzo together in Dubai, that these cases were forwarded to the technical department so that they can go in talks with the KYC provider if there is a solution. Yeah? And I don't know if all these informations were forwarded. And I just have asked to ask back by myself what is the current status on that. Possibly there is already a solution, which I don't know right now, but I have to ask first. Yeah. So everything what you say here is of course written down. I also make a protocol for myself of everything. So that means step by step we're going for solution and solution. But in summary, when I see now what we all have discussed, there are a few things which should be optimized. I agree to 100%, but this is also the reason why we are so thankful for a call this way, because we're getting a lot of feedbacks and a lot of inputs. But basically, to a very high degree, everything is in place already that we don't have to hold back ourselves. So we can go forward with all those things in place. Now, of course, in Turkey, we will see even much more. So everything perfectly on track, but on these things, of course, we have to work. Yeah? So possibly it's also a good idea when we stay in contact this way in this leader group, like we have it here, and do these calls from time to time, and also follow up afterwards when you have said something, because I also need the time to check by myself, and then come back in an upcoming call, for example, okay, this thing is already done. This thing is already done. Now, what is the status on this? That you are aware that on everything is worked on. So we not just speak something and then we'll forget it. So, but we also need time, of course, then to consider how we're doing it best. So for that reason, I think it's a good way to come regularly in such a call and get your feedback. And so we also can then say, okay, solution is for this, solution is for this. And I think there's a good way to go for.
Thanks, Mr. Kaiser. Thanks so much. There's one question here on the chat box. I hope I've not missed it. Okay, I think what this person is asking is, can we use same information for KYC for multiple accounts?
Yes, this is possible.
Is it possible to use same?
Yes, this is also documented in the wiki. So I hope everyone have seen that in XERA and also in Keymall. There's the wiki, which is like a digital library, where every process is explained. And there's also the explanation inside how to KYC multiple accounts, the procedure for that. So just have a look in wiki, it's everything there. Okay,
thanks so much, Mr. Kaiser. I really appreciate. I think at this time, because our time is really fast spent, Mr. Gorka, that's the visionary officer. I don't think this meeting will be complete without allowing the visionary officer to give us the vision for the future for the XERA and for African markets. Mr. Gorka, please.
Hello, my friend. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
Oh, how are you, my friend? Sorry, I'm in the car right now, so that's why I don't open my camera. Okay. I'm driving to a family commitment. But I didn't want to get to my final destination without listening to you guys. Let me tell you something. It's very good for us to be in these calls listening to you guys, because sometimes we, the corporate, talk too much and we don't leave time for you guys to give us some feedback. So as Bernard was saying, we are taking notes of everything that we are listening, and we are going to get hands-on. And why we are going to get hands-on? Why? First, because we really think that the African market is a very important market for us, guys. got that in mind. That's why all the executives are here, Christina, Hank, Werner, myself, because we think you guys are a great market. We got great leaders there. But at some point, we have to understand, as Werner was saying, what is your point of view of the business? In my opinion, we are putting together something unbelievable for Turkey, as all the speaker was saying. But when I think about one of the things that we are doing for Turkey, I will only think about African market. I can give you details, but let me get to this point. When we are designing for the future of this company, we always have in mind African market to be so successful with the new orientation of the company. As you guys know, we want to have one minter in each house. You guys know that, right? We want to help millions of Africans to get into the crypto world the right way. And that's the vision that we have as a company, and that's what we want to accomplish in the next few years with you guys. So right now, all the things that we are going through, or all the things that I was listening to you very careful for the last hour, I can tell you that we are working on all the issues that you guys are talking. KYC, customer service, migration, the right product for Africa. So all the things that you guys are saying, we are working on it, and you are going to have very good news in the near future for all of you. That's why I'm so happy today to be in this conference, because when I listen to you guys, I realize that we are in the right spot, doing the right things right now for your markets. As you guys know, XERA is very special. Nobody did what we did of putting together all these communities at once and so fast. And let me tell you guys that we're going to go through so successful or putting together these communities, because people think that it's only migration, and it's not only migration, because we respect the past of each one of the communities. When you want to respect the past of each one of the communities, you have to be very careful how you migrate, and you have to do it the right way. Somebody told me the other day, Gorka, I can do that in 45 minutes. Yeah. And I can do it in 5 minutes if I don't pay attention to details. But that's not the case, because in XERA, we want to do things the right way. That's my point. Second, we want to be full compliance all around the world. And this is very important for you guys to understand. Somebody said that Coinwise is now for the African market. Let me tell you guys that I got a few calls the last few days for some African leaders, investors, more than leader investors, that they are looking at Coinwise as the solution for many of their very serious, let me put this word first, serious investors from Africa. People is looking for a house, is looking for a program that they can follow, and they can make real numbers, because all of us know that there are so many products in the market that they will not accomplish the goal of being serious, okay? So with Coinwise, we are so happy of our product and how we are gonna deliver what we promise to people. That's gonna be one of our flags. Maybe people don't see it because they wanna see only the daily earnings, or whatever you wanna call it, no? But for a long term, all the people that we have been investing in this world, we know that it's going to be, we are looking for something safe. And when I talk about Coinwise, I'm talking about something safe for people. And that's what many investors from Africa want when they are talking about real investors. No? So believe me, guys, that we are putting everything together. We expect to see you and your groups, not only you guys, in Africa, in Istanbul. Why? Because it's not the same way to listen your message. You listen to the message and give it to your group, than listening with your group there. We are going to have, as Werner said, we're going to have a lot of meetings with different continents, private meetings, so we understand what are the things that they are going to work for their markets at some point. So it's very important that all of you guys from all the different countries in Africa to be present in Istanbul. And why? Why I don't talk about one country? Because you guys know that it's not only about countries, it's about leadership. MLM is about leadership. It can be the smallest country in Africa, and they can have a big numbers if the leader is the right leader. And I think you guys agree with me in this, because we have been here a lot of time, and we know that depends on the leader how the town, city, country, continent is going to grow, depend on the leader. So believe me, guys, that we are putting together the tools, but you know that sometimes in life, you have to keep going forward. What I always advise to the leaders is the XERA that you're going to see in Istanbul, believe me, that you will love to have 2,000 people on your own there. Because believe me that you're going to see something different. Something that people is going to go, oh my God. Let me tell you, I don't know if they told you before, but it's going to be cheaper to go to Istanbul than to stay at home. Okay, let me say it one more time, so in case somebody needs to translate what I'm saying. It's going to be cheaper for you guys to be in Istanbul than to stay home. And you can say, no, Gorka, that can't happen. Yeah, oh yeah, believe me, the ones who go to Istanbul are going to say, thank you, Gorka, for letting me know before, because you got to be there. All the big decisions are going to be made there. All the new and exciting things are going to be talked about there. And believe me that we are talking about a company for the next 20 years. We are not talking a company for 2 or 3 years. If you are looking for a company 2 or 3 years, this is not the one, because we are looking to the future to be a company with 10 million people or 10 million machines in each one of the houses of anybody that want to come on board of the community. So in my opinion, you should be there and with your leaders. And when your leaders tell you, I don't have money, you have to answer them. That's why you have to go to Istanbul, because you don't have the money. And that have to end. At some point, that have to end, guys. And believe me, that's going to be cheaper to go to the event. So we took notes of all the things that you guys said. As Werner and Hank and Christina are saying, we are going to be supporting you guys. We are going to be here with you until you make it. So I hope it's sooner than later. But you guys are going to be top leaders of this company. Believe me, you guys are going to be, because we are going to pay attention to you. But right now, what we need is the same commitment for each one of us. Not only from the company, for you guys. I want to have a big presence of Africa in Istanbul. I want to have a lot of you guys, a lot of your groups in Istanbul, because we are going to have fun. We are going to learn a lot, and we are going to change so many things. For example, somebody was talking about the way we train. We are going to change that in the near future. We are changing the customer service. We are changing so many things in the near future that you're going to find out, you're going to say, oh my God, I'm so happy that I stayed. Because this is a new company. This company is going to be focused on giving solutions to the distributors, because we understand that our success is based on your success. So we are going to go for that. We are going to go for that, and we are not going to stop until we find you guys on the stage talking about your story and talking about to all your family and friends about how you were success with XERA. So thank you for having me here. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Werner. Thank you, Hank, for all the support that you always do. Guys, if Hank, Werner, Christina are paying attention to this group, it's because something magic is going to happen. Believe me, they know something magic is going to happen, and that's why they want you, all of you, in the picture. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for having us here.
Thanks so much, Mr. Gorka. I appreciate. Mr. Kaiser, before Mr. Hank said the last word for us, we noticed something, and I think it's in the chat also. Whenever we convert Zenith and Tupan to euro in our back office and use to purchase license, it only counts in the volume. The bonus, we don't get it. It doesn't count as bonus. Is it that we don't see Zenith as a currency worthy enough, or what exactly is the challenge?
No, this is one of the mechanics to burn out so many Zenith coins as possible. No? So to bring the circulating and maximum supply, which is of course supporting then in addition. And then, of course, there is the possibility also to change over to S-layer K, to build up tier, for example, in Volek and minting and a lot of other mechanics, but this all will be released soon. No? So to exchange against Euro KV is also something which is, how to say, done in a very well way, from my understanding, because when you look to the current price in the market, you're getting several times the price of the current price of the coin, and with this you can purchase products. So that means you can purchase licenses, for example, but this is Euro KV, and Euro KV is not commissioned, but it costs the company a lot of effort to do this. So for that reason, it cannot be commissioned on the other side in addition, because the people are getting the product basically for free. Also not for free when they have changed over. So this is the reason. And possibly in the last report, you also have seen that there will be now a small change which will benefit the community a lot, because Euro KV will get changed over to Euro K Promo. So Euro KV for yourself, you still can use it, like it's also stated in the report, but it's also getting changed over to Euro K Promo. Euro K Promo means that 50% can be used in Euro KV and 50% have to be paid for a product in Euro K. So that means this everyone will feel immediately in the income, in the commissions, because Euro KV is no commission on it. So if this is changing over to 50-50, this is a completely other story. And of course, then people also will be very happy, because right now, basically, a lot of movement is happening, and this in a very positive sense. So a lot of people are getting the product, changing over, are migrating. But of course, in the network itself, possibly you cannot feel it so much, because the Euro KV is not commissioned. In the moment that this is changing over with the same movement, which is happening right now already, how you'd say, your check will look very different. So that means this is also one of the strategies to support the network on the best possible way. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much. Before Mr. Henk says last word, I will appreciate. Thanks so much for your time, everyone. Really, thanks so much. Oh, where's Lorenzo? Say sorry. Sorry. One of the leaders just typed something, so that we don't. Lorenzo, where's Lorenzo message? Sorry, please. Meanwhile, I was saying that we would like to have this meeting maybe by August, after much we're done with our Istanbul meeting. I believe by that time, a whole lot of things that we discussed tonight would have been fixed, and we'll look forward to new things at that time. Okay. I hope so. August, is that a deal? All right. Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, there is a message. I believe you can see it on the chat, Mr. Kaiser. So I suggest that this meeting should be regular. Oh, okay. I just said something like that. It will help create better bonding. Yes, we want this meeting to be like every quarter. We cannot make it every month, because we'll make it every month. We're going to be repeating a whole lot of things that will be discussed and not be fixed. But we believe if for a company that's making progress every 3 months, there should be visible progress. So that is what I'm actually suggesting August, not even knowing one of the leaders is actually also interested in it. Thanks so much, Mr. Lorenzo, for bearing your mind. Regular circumstances of most African entrepreneurs and current visa restrictions. All right. Okay, anyway, so we keep working, and please, leaders, Istanbul meeting is a must for every top leader. Please, let's do everything to be there and mobilize our team, and let's help them secure the event tickets, and as we get ready for Turkey convention. You know, a meeting makes people. Don't always forget that. You can never compare physical meeting to online meeting. They are two different things entirely. All right, at this point, Mr. Henk, our MD, the MD of the community, can you please your last word for us? Thank you.
Yes, I'm more than happy to do that. I think it was fantastic that we had this meeting. I also think it's very important to have this meeting regular so that we are really become one team going forward and we understand each other much, much better. So I'm very happy for that, very happy for the invitation. I want to ask, does everybody know that this Thursday, 9 p.m. Dubai time, I will have my trainings webinar again. I have it every Thursday in English and every Tuesday in German, because I also speak German, but this Thursday, because I don't see so much for people from Africa on my webinar. So I really want to ask you all as a leader to be there yourself, and also bring your whole team to those webinars. We can have 10,000 people there, so bring them all. And also, we all know the power of third party. I gonna promote like crazy on every training I do, the Istanbul convention. So then you can use me as a third party when you promote. And now I am saying it as a third party. I know for sure you will have much more people in Istanbul with all the positive consequences of that, because they're 100% commitment and belief. So this Thursday, 9 p.m. It is already now, the link for that is already out now in the chat, in the Telegram chat. So have a look at that and start promoting for this webinar on 9 p.m. this Thursday in English. Thank you very much. I give back to Jeremiah.
Someone is greeting you, say, what is that? What the heck? What the heck?
What?
You know,
Yeah.
that is your, what the heck?
What the heck? Yeah, that's why you have to come Thursday to find out. Exactly.
That statement is so striking.
Exactly.
All right. Okay, Mr. Heck, thanks so much. I really want to appreciate you guys for your humility and your availability. We really want to see more of this. Like we said, every quarter, expect us to engage you like this. And it's going to be tougher and more sweet and soothing at every time we get to meet. African is a big market. It's a market you will be proud of very, very soon, once certain things are fixed. And Mr. Kaiser, please let the back office be simplified very fast. All this KV, K this, K that, we are tired. There are too many. KV, K promo, K this, please simplify the back office for us. Okay, we are not all blockchain experts. All right. For every leader that spoke tonight, Mr. Ened, Lorenzo the Great, Priska, Madam Sally, Madam Phillips, please, God bless you, Comrade Sam. Thanks so much for bearing your mind. Please, let's keep working together as a big family. We will definitely get there until we see XERA become number 1 in the world. XERA to the moon. God bless you guys. Thanks so much. You have a great night rest.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you.